Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for your next act. Come on, ladies and gentlemen,
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I've got a confession to make that I need to say this, but don't hate me for it. You may be able to tell I'm Jewish. And in that, I consider myself about as much of being a Jew as Jacob Rees-Mogg compares himself to being like the ordinary man. In that, we've had like 3 prime ministers in the last, 2 years? And that's more times than I've actually thought about being Jewish. The only thing to the question of bacon is, yes please. I always thought the kippah was just a fish. But the one thing I do know about being Jewish, and we've touched on this subject before already this evening, is that when I was younger there was a rabbi had my penis in one hand and he was wielding a scalpel in the other. And do you know what I found out the other day is you don't actually need to be a medical doctor to perform that procedure. No, you don't. It's quite scary. Imagine what the job application's like. How do you apply for something like that? Are there any exclusions? I thought there must be some exclusions. I mean, if you've got like chronic fatigue or low sugar or Parkinson's, it can't be a good thing to do. But I am turning 47 this year as well, that I realised the other day. And as I've got older, things have changed, and I've tried to grow this beard just to kind of hide all the chins that kind of live underneath here. But I've realised that the beard is grey, but my tash is kind of a bit darker. So from the back of a room, I do have a kind of Hitler moustache, which is a very hard thing to pull off in this situation. But yeah, I've now been with my wife for 27 years this year. Thank you very much. And as we've grown up together and grown old together, we've realised that we kind of make different noises now with our own bodies. So she'll make things like, oh, and I'll make things like, ugh, and that's just getting up out of bed in the morning. But with the wife as well, as I've got older, with this whole thing of life changing, your body changing, I've now got this really weird relationship with piss. In that, before I leave the house, I go. When I get to my destination, I go. When I think I don't need to go, I go. And I've worked out why this happens now. I've got this childhood trauma, I don't know if anyone else has had this in their lives, is that whenever you're younger, you're going out for a day trip with your parents, your mum would always say to you, have you been to the toilet? Yeah, I've been. Do you want to squeeze another one out for us? Okay, I'll try. Because your dad's not going to stop the car, is he? Okay. That's a lie as you grow up though, because there's no way on earth my dad's going to drive all the way to Thorpe Park with his son in the back stinking of piss, and him trying to work out how the fuck am I going to clean this mess up. So, with all of that, my mind has been going a bit weird as well as I've got older. And I do this thing now where I kind of gaze off into the distance and just drift off. The wife thinks I'm having these really meticulous, desperate thoughts in this brain of mine. And she'll look at me one day and she'll go, you look so deep in thought. What are you thinking? I'll give you some advice, ladies and gentlemen, for those that have male partners. Never ask a fella that. Never. It's never that interesting. My brain has got 2 modes. One, it's as empty as a promise from Rishi Sunak. Or 2, it's as full of shit as the UK rivers and seas at the moment. But with that, the wife will ask me, but I always answer those questions honestly because it's just the way I am nowadays. And I've answered that question with some of the things like, do dogs lick humans because they're full of bones? It's only 2-hour deodorant. Who wakes up on a Monday, reaches for the Lynx Africa and goes, that's me done till Thursday? And if Cinderella's slipper was such a perfect fit, why did it fall off in the first place? And she looked at me in utter disappointment. But now as I've got older, I've realised that I look around this room, I look at Kyle for example, who's a really well dressed man. And everyone else, it looks really good in this room, as well as that. But with me, I bought these jeans. And why did I buy these jeans? I bought them because of their function. They're elasticated. This top, I bought it when it arrived. The best thing about it when I took it out of the packaging was it doesn't have buttons. It's got poppers. It's got poppers. And then I realised. Thank you. This has not been out for a while. And then I realised I am one pair of Velcro shoes away from being 5 years old again, and my mum saying, "Do you want to squeeze another one out for us, darling?" That'd be Mark, you've been lovely. Thank you very much.